Hi guys, and welcome back. Um, I left you with an exercise to do. I hope you have tried that and not given up. 3 tan alpha minus 1 equals to 0. First of all, we have to put this in standard form. So that's going to be 1, and I divide by 3 both sides. Tan alpha is 1 over 3. Then I should do what shift, then I press turn, say 1 over 3, and then that gives me an angle. I'll round off to 2 decimal place. This is 18.43 degrees. That is my angle. It is but what? A reference angle. So it's that angle there. Now, I must check what is this? Tan is positive. In which quadrants? It is the first. And what? The third. Okay, so this means I am going to focus on the first and the third quadrant. For the first quadrant, it is already okay. I don't have to do much work, because then I know my first solution then will just be alpha is 18.43 degrees plus k dot 360, and it's important to mention which set your k belongs to. So that's it. I'm done with that one. The second one that I am actually going to do then will be for the second portion where tan is positive. And which quadrant is that? Is the third quadrant. What's happening in the third quadrant? I have 180 plus theta. So that means I'm gonna say, if you don't get your solution there, you will get it here, where we have 180 plus, okay, 18.43 degrees plus k dot 360, where k is an element of integers. And then, of course, all you have to do is to plug this in your calculator, or do it from memory if you can. And of course, the answer here is 198.43 degrees plus k dot 360. Remember, this is part what? A general solution. We haven't gotten to that part where you find specific solutions, but don't worry, we will end the talk with that part, and also with a discussion on restricting our identities. Okay, let us look into the second form that I said you will get. Okay, it is very easy, this one, so it shouldn't be that bad. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up everything here and then start with this part. So the second form of equation that you can get is the equation of this type. You either gonna get something that says, well, sine x is equal to, for example, sine 60. Or you can get even, they can try and mess around with your mind a little bit and say, well, sine x minus 10 degrees, okay, minus sine, let's say sine 30 is equal to, 0. Yeah, maybe they can do that, okay? Or they can even make this a little bit more complicated, sine 10, and the same thing, maybe then they just say here sine x equals to 0. So I'm just showing you, this is the general type, but they can bring it in different forms, as I showed you in the previous one. So here it's sine. That means they can do cos, they can do the same thing for tan. Okay, so please be open-minded about this, though I'm not just being biased here. You know, sine is one of the ratios we so much love and used to, so that doesn't mean they cannot do that. Okay, so I'm quickly going to take 2 examples on this, and maybe because I've used sine a lot, I will not use sine for those examples. Here, I was just showing you the forms that you can get. So let's take this example here. Okay, I'm gonna take a very maybe level 2. So tan theta plus 20 degrees is equal to tan 2 theta minus 30 degrees. So we're gonna take arctan on both sides, and then we realize that we have theta plus 20 degrees is equal to 2 theta minus 30 degrees. Okay, now I'm gonna try and solve for theta. Obviously, you gotta do some grouping of like terms. Yes, you've got to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead here and do some grouping of like, no, actually, instead of doing that, I think I will change my mind and just try and kind of play safe, if you may say, because remember I took arc and arc course here, sorry, arctan and arctan there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and write my solution. Actually, what is this? Oh, 20 degrees. Yeah, so instead of just grouping everything here, I'm gonna group it nicely here. Okay, so what should happen here? I must start by saying 360 what, then I say k, right? Yeah, maybe I should have put a k there, and here I want to say k is an element of that. Now I can do the grouping here, so I just I'm going to have minus theta, which is equal to, if I bring that this side, I'm going to have minus, I think, 50 degrees plus k dot 360, where k is an element of integers. Of course, I don't want minus theta, I want theta. So that's going to be 50. And then I'm going to have here, what, 50 minus, instead of k, I'm going to have 50 minus k dot 360. You see what I meant when I said we're going to do some algebra, but using trig. So that's my first solution. The second solution, I'm going to check, did I have a positive or a negative thing? Everything was positive. So tan is positive again in the third quadrant. So I'm going to take this and say, okay, this is theta plus 20, which is equal to 180 plus 2 theta. Remember, this is 2 theta minus 30. Okay, then I include this again, k dot 360. And let me not insult your intelligence. I will leave you to complete this problem here, because from here the drill is just the same thing. K is an element of integers. So here is just a matter of simplifying, taking the 20 to the other side, and yeah, that's just about it. Remember, you have 2 theta, so the 2 theta also has got to go to the other side. So that's the basic drill, guys, that you will have to work with now and then. And yeah, it's basically that when you deal with this second type of equations that we're gonna get. So I'm gonna leave you, of course, with this one. It's a tricky one, but I just want to see if you will consider what I said in the first example with what I just said right now. So how will you solve this one? Go for it. I will catch you later when we do the third type that we get.